Looks like I am live. Idiot of the day, commit don't quit. Jeff here. Today it's Tube Tuesday, episode 2. I liked the name last week, Tube Tuesday. I thought, everybody has different series. I'm gonna call Tuesdays Tube Tuesday. You know what? This is a free platform. I love it. I do thank YouTube. You know what? I'm not trying to suck up, but I do thank them for letting each and every one of us do this. But I thank you very much for letting me do this. I really appreciate it. But I'm having fun with it, so thanks again. So I'm just calling it Tube Tuesday, and each episode will be something different. So thanks again. Let me just see what's happening here. Steve Believe, how are you? It's good to see you. Let me just make sure the chat's good. Need the day. Hey Jeff, your voice is coming out from my amplifier. I plugged the amp to the laptop. I love it, Steve. I love it. Ponda Moore. Hey Sebastian, how are you? It's good to see you. Sin City Soap and Candles. Thanks very much, everybody. I really appreciate you dropping in. Thanks. You know what? I was on earlier this morning. Desmond's Daughters. Dave, how are you, buddy? It's good to see you. I was on I called it a quick live and ended up almost being an hour. But, I've been doing 2 days of it. Each morning I did yesterday and today. I'll do one more tomorrow, and that's it for quick lives, or what I call quick lives. Literally, my daughter's in exams this week. She finishes tomorrow. I've been dropping in to pick her up each morning for 10:30, but I end up getting down there after dropping my wife off. She goes to work for 9. Jenna's done at 10:30, so I literally go down to the coffee shop across the street from the school. I've got an hour to kill. Try to do an hour and half an hour and then go on. Today I almost did an hour, but one more tomorrow, and then you won't have to see me. Anybody that has come, you won't have to see me at the coffee shops. Let's see here. Yes, Steve, welcome. Thanks very much, Steve. And like Steve says, you know what? There is a red subscribe button in the bottom. If you're new to the channel, if you do subscribe, there's a bell you can hit to get notifications for live and when we populate videos. Anyways, that part's done. My wife always says, everybody's always saying, get that done. And the beginning and the end, I'm not much of a salesman, am I? But anyways, I know everybody says it, so I should say it too. Razzle Rama Videos. Hey, Razzle, how are you, buddy? It's good to see you. Super Mum Go, how are you? So how's it overseas? How is it for everybody? We're getting a bit of snow this afternoon. This morning, sun was out for a tiny bit. Not really a lot of snow, but for the last hour, it's been on and off. And I think we're supposed to get some more tonight. Tomorrow morning, they say by morning, minus 35 here, Celsius. So it's going to be a chilly one. Anyways, let's see where we are. And as my wife would always say, I'm at home. I'm having my second coffee, which is not a good thing. If I have a 1 cup limit, so the second one is not a good thing to have for me. Not a good thing. Let's see here. Let's see. Maybe if I stick this over my ugly mug, you know what? That'll be better. That way I can see everything now. So weird. This you have the chat on the side on OBS, and then I have a pop-out chat that works, but that messes me up every single time. Every single time. Okay, let's see. Desmond's Daughters, Dave is saying it's minus 1 degree Celsius and clear skies, so it's going to get cold here. Yeah, I know, I imagine it is. It's been a cold winter the last couple weeks. Like I've been trying to say, you know what, we've had a non-existent winter until 2 weeks ago, and now it's setting in. So what's everybody up to on this, I can't call it a terrible or a terrific Tuesday. How's everybody doing for a Tuesday? You know what? Only a couple more, it'll be the weekend. Does that sound better? I always say to my wife, you know what, every day she gets up, I say, guess what, only one more day. She's like, is it Friday yet? I said, yeah, one more day. Serving from my home. Hey, Lacey, how are you? It's good to see you. Welcome. Lacey, I've been going crazy with the lives the last couple days in the morning. My daughter's in exams this week. She finishes. Tomorrow's her last one. So she's been done at 10:30 in the morning. So Joe goes to work for 9. So I drop her off. And then by the time I get to the coffee shop, it's about 9:30. I grab a coffee and then I go in the car, and I've been doing a live for what I call a short live, a quick live. Yesterday was half an hour. Today ended up almost being an hour. I have one more. Then I told everybody that what I call quick lives are done. I'm just doing them because I'm waiting for my daughter. That's pretty much it. Arthur Moorhead, I have to drink the decaf stuff these days. Arthur, I may have to do that too. I'm drinking Folgers right now, and it's good, but it's got the hazelnut cream in it, so it's not something I should be doing. Not twice in a day. By the time I pick Joe up, I'll be flying high. J-Real Slots, hey Jeff, can't stay long. Laundry time. J-Real Slots, no worries. As you can tell, I was on earlier this morning, but as Steve says, the addiction is real. Anyways, I'm doing that this week. I'm doing a few more than I should probably, but you know what? It's great to see people. And you know what? It's funny. At certain times, like the morning, you see people that you don't see because it's early morning. They're either heading to work or they haven't left, or it's a midday for them. Then this time's good for other people. There's other times, but I try to do them when there's not a ton of people like going live and stuff at a certain time. Today, I will admit, I tried to go to 10 because there's a gentleman that I really like that goes at 10, and I don't want to interfere with him. So I tried, but I didn't realize till about 20 after, a quarter after 10 that I was late. So at that point, there's only a couple more minutes. But tomorrow I'll try to keep it to half an hour in that. Let's see here. Amanda Stewart. Hey, Amanda, how are you? It's good to see you. How's the weather out your way, Amanda? It's cold here, as it's cold everywhere, but it's a little chilly. Skylark Berto. Hey, Berto, how are you? Senor Jeff, hola. I love that. I love it. I love it. I love it. If I keep saying that, you know what happens, right? Dangerous Criminals. Woo! The day 40 till 90. The idiot of the day 40 till 900. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, I understand. It's like, what the heck is he saying there? 40 till 900. Do you see that, everybody? Dangerous Criminals is almost at 900. He has 40 more to get there. That's awesome. If you haven't checked Dangerous Criminals out, check them out. You know what? You never know. I should say that to everybody. Anybody that you don't know here, check their channel out. If you check them out, leave them a message. That way, because you know what? Sometimes people are like, who had my channel? Who likes my channel? I don't know. But if you leave them a message, you're not asking them for something. You're just saying that, you know what? You're there. You enjoyed their material. That's all. And they can check you out, and they may enjoy yours too. You know what comes around goes around. It's a good thing. You know what? You might find something that you're interested in you didn't even know. Belker TV, happy Tuesday, everybody. Exactly, happy Tuesday. It's not Monday, and you know what? Honestly, yesterday was a pretty good Monday. Sometimes we have good Mondays. Sometimes it's, oh my gosh, it's the end of the weekend. Get this week over with. But to be honest, you know, it was pretty good yesterday. I have to admit that. Yes, J-Real Slots, that's it. You're doing lives because you love us. Exactly. No, actually I do. Like I said, you know, it gives me something to do. I love this. As you can tell, I'm not at a workplace right now, and I'm gonna get back to work this year. I have a schedule and I have a set time limit when I have to get back into the workforce. But yeah, it is what it is, and you know what? I worked all my life up until now, and the last few months I've been off. Hurt my back when I came back to work. They laid me off. That's the short of it. And anyways, I'm here, but I will be back to work very shortly. But I'm loving this. I am, and I'm a lot more relaxed than I used to be. All about the love. Exactly, J-Real Slots. Mickey, hey, how are you, Mickey? It's good to see you. As you can see, you know what? Steve Believe is telling me the addiction is real. I'm going crazy with the lives right now. This week I've been doing morning lives called Quick Coffee Shop Lives. All it is Jenna, our daughter, is in exams this week. She finishes tomorrow, so I went live about half an hour before she finished school. Today I went on for a bit, and tomorrow she has one more till she's done, and then I won't, no more coffee lives. Nobody will be bothered by me early in the morning. What's this? Let me see here. Let me see. Steve Lee, video of the day today. I was speaking with a guy that lives in Canada next to the desert. He says it's pretty hot there. I don't know. You got the desert in Canada? It's news to me, Steve. I sure don't know. Maybe he's not talking about Canada, eh? Maybe he's talking about somewhere else, because I don't know of a hot place in Canada. Maybe out west it's a little warmer, but it's definitely, there's no desert that I know of in Canada. No desert that I know. No, I realize you're at work, Mickey, but I thank you anyways. I thank you very much for coming. Much appreciated. Kelly Paulson, hey, Kelly, how are you? It's good to see you. How's everybody? I hope everybody's doing good. As you can see, I called it Tube Tuesday, episode 2. I started calling Tuesdays Tube Tuesday. You know what? Pretty much, it's a free platform. They let us do it, unless we're saying or doing stuff we shouldn't be. They let us do it, and you know what? It's pretty good. It's great for some people. Some people can make a lot of money doing whatever if they're a huge channel. Some people do it for fun. You know what? I'm pretty much in that portion right now because you know this is you know, you might get a few more people at this point, but I'm not going to be a big channel. This is probably, and I'm happy with it. I love talking to people, and you know, it's kind of fun, and not kind of, it is my fun right now. It's, as you can see, I'm not doing what I probably would have done for the last 30-some years, so this is some fun, and reality will set back in once get back into the work stream. Arthur Moorhead, are you streaming with OBS and YouTube? I am, Arthur Moorhead. Now, other people do OBS, and you know, they have a maybe a better layout than I do. This is, I can't use the other layouts with OBS. My computer's not it's not up to speed, so I can't do the overlays and stuff like some people do. And I would love to. It just, they crash when I do it. So for me, the reason I kept OBS the way it is, I just get the ticker up there, and I put the chat on the side, and you know, a subscribe and an avatar and stuff, just to kind of liven it up. And since I'm in my kitchen, who wants to see this? I wish I could put something so you know what, all it was my ugly mug, as Gil Skills always says, but I don't have that, so kind of try to jazz it up just to make it a little prettier. Not a lot, but a little bit prettier. Oh gosh, where are we? Recycle Dude, hey Eric, how are you? It's good to see you. Macon Fox, how are you? It's good to see you. Let me see. I think I might have missed a few people. Dangerous Criminals. Let me see. Let me see. I think I'm caught up now. Okay, good. Let's see. Maya, so classy. Hey, Maya, it's great to see you. Welcome. I'm losing my voice here. So sorry. And like I always say, in case the audio drops out, let me know right away. Start screaming, the audio's out, the audio's out. If it is, trusty speaker right here is plugged in with a USB. The mic, I just unplug it, plug it back in. If the audio goes out, just let me know. I'll plug it in, and within 20 to 30 seconds, I'll be back. I won't have to drop the stream. Audio will just go out, and I'll come back in. I'm just letting you know because I've had a little bit of technical issues that way, and it just gets resolved real quick. That's all. Yes, Megan, it is cold here. We have a little bit of snow, but I think by morning they're saying minus 35 Celsius. So the deep freeze is going to hit overnight, and anybody out in it, stay warm because you don't want to be out in that too long. Thanks, Steve. I appreciate it. Exactly. I do appreciate it, Steve. Looks fine to me. Thanks, Arthur. I appreciate it. Like I said, just trying to liven it up a little bit so the whole kitchen isn't present. And you know what? Literally, the avatar on this side here is my wife's mom's picture. Everybody's like, are you trying to cover your wife's mother's picture up? I'm not trying to do that. I'm just trying to place a few things to make it look a little different. The Preacher and Gov Blue Whale. Everybody say happy birthday to the Preacher and Gov Blue Whale. They were in earlier this morning with me, and they said it was their birthday, so I want to wish them a happy birthday again. Hey Stokesy, how you doing, buddy? Stokes, I'm at it again, buddy. I'm literally Stokes Explorer. You know what? If you want a great adventure channel, check him out. He's from the UK. Like I said, let's put it this way. Everybody has great channels, but if you want to see someone, I don't want to say that he's taking a chance, but when he goes out, the adventure in his channel is fantastic. And honestly, sometimes I get worried when he goes into some of the spots he gets into, but he goes to a lot of dangerous places in his videos and that. So check it out. If you want excitement, you're going to see excitement every time you watch one of his videos. Razzle, I'll be back soon. Oh, no worries, Razzle. You take a bit. We'll see after, okay? Thresh Music and Blogs. Hey, how are you? It's good to see you. Welcome. You sound lovely. Oh, geez, Megan. Oh, gosh. You know, you could probably see me turn red, but it doesn't take much for me to turn red. Yeah, okay. We'll let you know if audio disappears. Thanks, Steve. I appreciate it. I try for it not to happen, but you know what? It's out of my control if it happens. Within 30 seconds, we're back. Thank you. Oh, great, Megan. That's awesome. I'm glad to have you here. I'm glad to have each and every one of you. I appreciate you for coming today. Thank you very much. Megan Fox, favorite turn, Preacher. Happy birthday, yes. Preacher's birthday is today, and Preacher and Gov blew well. I'm probably not saying that correctly, but if I'm not, let me know. Let's see. Yeah, he's amazing and scary, exactly. And thank you, Steve. I do appreciate it, my friend. Let's see. Oh my gosh, Ivy, how are you? Ivy, Joe's at work, but I'm gonna let her know. You know what? Joe will be so excited that you dropped by. I'm gonna let her know. She may be in the chat, she may not. She's at work. She used to come on absolutely every single day. Under certain circumstances, which I can't talk about live, she may be here. If she is, sometimes she'll just have an earbud in and she'll type something in, but she's not going to be in the chat like she used to be all the time. I think everybody, without actually saying anything, may understand she's at work, and sometimes certain things at work run us astray. And anyways, needless to say, she may pop in on a break or whatever, but she might not be in the chat like she used to be. She could be listening, but she's not in the chat just because a few things at work, if that makes sense. Oh, thanks, Megan. Thank you very much. That's awesome. Ivy, it is good to see it. Everybody, you know what? Check each other out. Please check each other's channels out. You never know who you're going to meet. So you might find your new best friend or new interest on here. There's 5 miles up the road. You have a bit of snow. There's a bit of snow up there. Stokes Explorer. Desmond Donners has put out a challenge on his channel, and it's called the Scottish Pronunciation Challenge. And at some point overnight, Big Keg, if you know Big Keg, he comes on the channel once in a while. He did Desmond Donners' pronunciation challenge, and if you know Big Keg, if you don't, check him out, but you should check out his latest video that he put out in the last 24 hours. He did the Desmond Donners' Scottish Pronunciation Challenge, and oh man, is it funny. He's, I don't want to say gangster in it, but you should check Big Keg's latest video out. You won't be disappointed. My son was watching it this morning at breakfast, and he says, do I watch Keg's Scottish Challenge, or do I watch the one about his real name? I said, you watch the real name later on today when you get home from school. Watch the Scottish one right now, because you will get a laugh and a half. Anyways, he did, and you could hear him upstairs. I was brushing my teeth. He was laughing his head off. Ivy Areno says, I'm good, thank you. I have been absent. Time zone. No longer a holiday for me, but this week is rest week. Recuperation from flu. Hope all is well. Yes. No, I hope you're doing well too, Ivy. You know what? The time difference is not good for some, good for others, but I understand completely, Ivy. I do. But it's nice to have you here, Ivy. Thanks very much. Ivy, Joe will be super happy that you dropped by. Okay, no worries, Mickey. You get back to work, but I want to say thanks for dropping in, okay? Thanks very much, Mickey. You have a good one. Megan says, I'm heading out for a loaf of bread, I hope. Megan, have a good one. Thank you so much, Megan, for coming. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Thanks for having you. Yes, you know what? Anytime. It doesn't matter if you're here for a second, whatever. You're here one day or a month later. It does not matter. I just thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. You have a good one, Megan, and thanks again, okay? Desmond Stonder says, there's a playlist in at the HTTPS with the link there. Okay, thanks, Desmond. Now, Dave, Big Keg was wondering how to get in your playlist. Do you add it to the playlist, Dave? Anyways, he was wondering, he says, I don't know how to do it into the playlist for Dave, for Desmond Donners. I said, I don't know, but I imagine Desmond Donners either adds it himself or will let you know. Willie Parker's, hey Willie, how are you? I had fish and barbecue and fried chicken. Ooh, that sounds good right now. That does sound good. I'm getting hungry. Ivy Arena. Oh, Big Keg joined. Cool. I haven't seen it. Yes, Ivy. I think it was last night our time, so it was probably earlier, sometime in the last 24 hours for Keg. But he joined Desmond Donners' Scottish Pronunciation Challenge. And Ivy, if you haven't seen it, Big Keg put a video out a couple days ago, and what it is it's Big Keg's reveal. It's a huge reveal by Big Keg. He reveals, I won't say it on, just so everybody that wants to know, they can go and watch his video. But Big Keg reveals his real name. It's I can imagine everybody knows it's not Keg. I'm not going to say what it is. I'm sure if you've seen it, you know, all fine and good. But if you haven't, if you want to know Keg's real name, go check out his reveal on his channel. At some point, he'll let you know what his name is, and also he'll let you know 5 things you didn't know. And you know what? It's pretty interesting. So you should take a listen. Hello, everybody. Good to see you, Willie. Chris's World. Hey, Chris. Chris's World. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Preacher and Gov, Blue Whale, gotta go. Thanks, man. Oh, no worries, no worries. Happy birthday again, and you have a great one. And I appreciate, you know, I know you were there earlier and today. Thanks so much. Have a great one. Happy birthday, okay? Happy birthday. Desmond's Donders. There are instructions in the first video, but I added Keg's video, Jeff. Okay, good. The only reason I said it is because Keg was saying, I want to make sure Dave sees it, and I didn't know exactly. I mean, I don't know off the top of my head, Dave, so, but I'll have to check it out. But Joe said that should be our next video as well, to try to do your challenge, Dave, because as you know, we haven't got one out, so that's probably something we're going to do this week. So anybody that, you know what, if you know Dave from Desmond's Donders, great. If you don't, check his channel out, and he has a great challenge going on right now called the Scottish Pronunciation Challenge. You know, you check that out. I think it'd be interesting if everybody took a look. Definitely gonna take a look. Good, Ivy. Yeah, you know, it's pretty interesting, and you know what? I like his name. I really do. It suits him, and you know what? It's great to know. I mean, you know what? It doesn't matter if it's Keg or whatever it is, but you know, it's interesting. It really is. This one. What? Desmond's Donders laugh a lot. Anyways, it was not Keg that did the video. It was Buzz. Oh, oh yes. Well, you know what I mean, Dave. It was Baza, the Bagone. Oh my gosh, Dave. It's still hilarious. I like when he's hollering at the guy off to the side in the video, and we know, you know, his actual name. I love that. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you, Steve. Thank you very much. Belker TV, I look forward to seeing you live streaming, everybody. Single day, sir. Belker TV, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I really appreciate each and every one of you coming in. You know, and I know you've got busy life, so thanks again for coming. Like I said, it doesn't matter if you're here the whole time. 1 minute, 30 seconds, whatever. I appreciate you. I really appreciate each and every one of you for coming. Thanks again. Fitz and Bakes. Hey, Fitz, how you doing, buddy? It's nice to see you. Welcome. You know what? We were just talking about Big Keg did a video in the last 24 hours for Desmond's Donder. Desmond's Donder's got a Scottish pronunciation challenge going on his channel, and Big Keg, or as Desmond says, Baza the Bagone Keg. Anyways, Big Keg did the challenge, and he tried his best, and he did a great job of pronouncing those Scottish words for Desmond's Donders. And also, Big Keg put a video. His second last video was a reveal. Fitz, if just telling people, Big Keg's second last video also, he reveals his real name. So if everybody thinks it's Keg, well, you know what, on his second last video you can find out what his real name is, and it suits him, honestly. How are you? Good, Suresh. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Oh my gosh, Albert, aka Turtle. Hey buddy, how are you? It's good to see you again. Welcome. As you can see, you know, did that what I called quick live, which turned out to be almost an hour anyways. But you know, I had time while I was waiting for my daughter. In about 5 minutes, literally after I left, finished, closed it up, she was done the exam, and I picked her up. So it was perfect timing. Ivy Reno, me too, Jeff. But lately I stay up till 10 p.m. these days, so I barely see you all live. Last time I dropped by, it wasn't closed. I was play your list when time permits, but no comment. Ivy, you don't have to worry. But I wasn't trying to say that at all. I was just saying Joe will be super happy. You know, she's so happy that she gets to see people. But lately, Ivy, I'll let you know, Joe hasn't been able to drop in this last week or so. Circumstances, I'm not going to say in case other people are listening on the chat, but circumstances at our work have changed in a way. Everything's good for Joe, no worries there. But coming on to the lives, I don't know if I could talk to y'all not live like this, I tell you. But like I said, you can't really say things live case people are listening. So it's better to zip it and just say she's not able to come right now. That's all. But she wishes she could be here. She does get to watch some of the replays and see everybody. But she actually gets on Sunday nights with us. It's the only time really she does go live. We just go on for an hour and a half on Sunday nights. But fits it bakes, not too bad. My earphones that I keep at work broke, so that kind of sucks. Oh, that's too bad. You know what's funny about that? Not funny about that in any way. At night, if I do watch or listen to anything, Joe will sit. Joe doesn't. I don't want to say she doesn't like me doing stuff at night, but you know, it's family time at night, like while she's home. So I gotta kind of not spend as much time on here while she's home and with her son and that. So while she's watching TV or doing stuff, she'll say, "If you're on here, just like you said, put the earbuds in." I got a set of headphones, and I think they're great, but they don't work with. They're good for an amplifier. They work perfect with the amp. I can plug in my amp while I play guitar and stuff like, or while I practice it because I don't play very well anymore. But they work. I think they must be for the amp because you know, loud and clear, perfect. When I plug into this, there's almost no sound. The audio is useless. Yet I use my wife's little tiny earbuds she uses for her phone. They work like a charm. But these other ones, useless for this, but perfect for the amp. Willie Parker, Jeff needs an OK counter to show how many times he says OK. I do say it probably, don't I? That's what I need, Willie. I need somebody to tell me the words OK, sorry. There's probably a few others. And I'll tell you what. You know what? I don't know about OK and all that and A and whatever else I say. But sorry. I remember when I first started working about 9 or 10 years ago for the one insurance company I was with for years. When I worked for them, the girl that I worked with, there was 3 of us in the office, so it was a real small department. We worked together for years. And anyways, when I first started, she couldn't get over that I said sorry so much. And at the time, you know, our kids were just little, and our kids would say or do things, and you know, we were going through a period where we were trying to get them to apologize, say sorry for things. And I think I said it way too much, and I took it too far, and it just become a regular habit for me. So the good thing she did for me while I worked with her, she put a jar out about a weekend. She says, "Can't take this anymore. You're saying it way too much." She says, "Okay." She says, if you keep it up, I'm going to be able to go on holidays about twice a year with the money that we're going to have collected. I said, "What are you talking about?" She said, "We've got a jar now, and every time you say," she started off at a loonie, which means a dollar coin here. Here in Canada, we have loonies and toonies, which, you know, it's Canadian. Anyways, the joke is a loonie is, you know, a bird, a loon. So that's $1, and a $2 coin is a toonie. Anyways, it's just a joke. It's real, but that's what they have here, loonies and toonies. So $1 and $2 coins, and then everything else is bills. But anyways, she started off at a loonie, so $1 coins. And I started that for a week, and I said, "I can't do this." I at that point, I think I owed her $10, so I stopped that. And then I said, "You know what? You want to do this? We can drop it down." She says, "Okay, let's put it down to a quarter." So I said, "Good." So this went on for about 6 months. I think she had about $50 in there. She said, "You know what? You keep it up. You know what? I'm gonna have $100 at the end of the year." So by the end of that first year working with her, after about 9 years, 8.5 years with her, after the first year, I cut it down. Then she cut it out about 3 years in because I'd actually quit saying it, but now, you know, I'm back to it. Oh, you put a pair in your Amazon cart, so it'll be fine, good, before too long. That's good. I'm sure you don't. Just say it. Oh, Ivy. Unfortunately, I do. Priscilla Nilla, how you doing, Priscilla? It's good to see you. To Sushi, how are you? I've missed some people here, so I'm trying to look. The chat here is not as up to date as this one. This one I can scroll back. So anyone I've missed, I apologize. Moose Scrapper, hey. Yeah, Moose. 183. Oh my gosh. That's funny. You know what? It probably is 183, and it's probably 183 on this stream. My friend, it probably is. It's nice to see you. Thanks very much for dropping in. I appreciate it. Thanks to Sushi. Thank you so much. You know what? Whoever else I missed, the cutting board, how are you? It's good to see you. Drew Food Reviews, how are you? It's good to see you. I think I might have missed some people here. Let me just make sure. Oh no, you know what? Actually, I think we're caught up now. I was looking on this side of the stream and I caught myself off guard, so I do apologize for that. Hey, I didn't say sorry, right? I didn't say saying apologize instead of sorry. Is that okay? Hey. Moose Scrapper, I want to say to you quickly, I did a quick live, or what I call a quick live this morning. My daughter, she's in exams this week. She's done tomorrow. So I did a half-hour one yesterday. I was going to do a half-hour. Ended up almost being an hour this morning. At Tim Hortons, of course. Anyways, I kept showing the Tim Hortons cup. And at one point I thought, oh my gosh, if Moose saw this, he'd be laughing his head off. Because I told, within the first couple minutes, I put it up and I said, hey Moose, I realized you weren't there, but I said, hey Moose, I think I owe $1 by now. But, or not owe $1, I think I'm up to a product placement of $1 right now. Drew Food Reviews, I left you a diamond cutter on the thumbs up. Thanks a lot, buddy. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Priscilla Nell, I'm doing good, just doing an online course. Oh, that's awesome. Are you just starting, or are you in the middle, or coming to the end of it? That's awesome. That is awesome. Oh, look at only 31 minutes, and look, you know what? It's probably not even 31 minutes. Probably 25 minutes in, but it's taken me this long to get down to it. I said I love it. I love it. I love it this many times. It's like Aladdin or whatever. You know, you rub the genie bottle or whatever 3 times, and guess who appears? Big Keg. Keg, I've been pushing you today since the beginning. I made jokes about love it, I love it, I love it. But I was joking, saying how not joking, but I was telling everybody how in the last 24 hours, your latest video, you did the Scottish pronunciation challenge, and you know what? Everybody should check it out because you did a great job. I said to Desmond Donders, and he said he's added it to the playlist and stuff. But I also said, you know what? Make sure you see the Scottish pronunciation challenge. But if you haven't seen it, to some of the people that are coming in, if they haven't seen it, I was telling Ivy Areno here too. I was telling a few people, check the second video out too, because there's a big reveal. Keg's real name. I'm not giving it out, Keg. I'm just saying, you know what? It fits you perfect. But for everybody, check it out, and they can find out 5 things they didn't know about Big Keg. But I hope you're doing well, my friend. I hope you are doing well. Jo is looking forward to it. She's going to start thinking about what she will do as her first video, but she's also going to do your challenge, Keg, 5 things you didn't know about her. And she keeps saying to me, what do people not know? I said, I don't know. I don't even know 5 things for myself. So, but she'll figure everything out. Good morning, Keg, saying to everybody. You know what? Earlier, Keg, it was about 4.5 hours ago. It's about 9:30 our time. And I was picking up my daughter from her exam, so I did a quick live at a coffee shop. And at that point, guess who showed up? The first person that showed up on the live. It was 1:30 in the morning in Australia, Keg. Mia, Aussie 1968. Oh, and Big Keg, Aussie hit over 100. She's got over 100 people now. Everybody was congratulating her. But it was 1:30. She said she wasn't feeling good. She couldn't sleep, so up she was. And I said, well, you know, don't have to stay too long. She says, I can't go back to bed in 2 hours. I have to get up to go to work out anyway, so she was staying up. But anyway, she was on earlier. Willie, I love how Canadian people talk. I don't know. I hope it's not... I don't know. It's just the way I've always talked, Willie, so, you know, we don't hear it probably. I think I know what you're talking about. I really do. But we don't notice as much as somebody else. It's just like somebody else, like in the South or overseas. They don't notice it either. But it's like, I remember when I was a kid, I had, my grandparents were from Ireland, right from Ireland, my dad's mom and dad. They were born there. They came here just before my dad was born. And Baza the Bog and the Aussie redneck. But anyways, my grandparents were Irish from Ireland. And when I was a kid, I was about 9 or 10, somebody says, oh, I love the way your grandparents talk. I said, what do you mean? I said, with their accent. I said, they don't have accents. Because, you know, when I was a little kid, I had no idea. And then, you know what? I was so disappointed. I went in the house, and that's all I could think about for the next couple of years. I'm like, every time I heard my grandparents talk, I could hear them with their heavy, heavy accent. But before that, I couldn't hear 2 things. Stokes Explorer. Big Keg, I'm English, and I didn't know half the words were. No, you know what? I saw them, the first time I saw them, Stokes, I like, maybe those are words that, you know, in everyday life, but I thought there's no way. I'm going to try the challenge this week at some point, but for some reason I have no idea. I'm going to actually try to look them up, see what they mean. Maybe maybe there's a definition out there. And you know what? Look at that, Joe. I speak of the devil. I said I love it, I love it, I love it, and guess who appears? Mr. Keg. I was telling everybody what a great the pronunciation challenge he did for Desmond's Daughters, and then saying about the big reveal video about what his name. I didn't say his name or anything, but everybody check it out. But I was saying Ivy Areno's here, Joe. Remember, you were just talking about her this morning. Ivy's here. Ivy, Joe's here. She might be here for a few minutes, but I was saying that you can't come in as often as you used to, Joe. But Fitz a Bake saying hi to you, Joe, and Ivy saying hi to you. But I let them know you're here once in a while, but not as often as you were sometimes. But it's good to see you, sweetheart. And I'm talking to talking to everybody, but I'm talking to my wife, JoJo. If everybody wondered, anyways, I'm not allowed to say sorry either, Joe. They say I say sorry and a few other things. You know what we need? Not a what's it called jar, but I need a sorry jar, an apology jar. I probably would owe everybody on here like a cup of coffee every episode. Belker TV, I'm back, everybody. I'm here at work, but I still have checking on to watch it this live stream. Belker TV, thanks so much, but don't get yourself in trouble ever at work, my friend. But it is great to have you here. Good morning, Joe. Keg saying, sweetheart. I'm gonna head out, talk to you. Have a great Tuesday. Yeah, you too, Fitz. Thanks again for coming. I appreciate it, and I hope you're able to get a pair of earbuds or something that work for you, my friend. Have a good one. Thanks again. Steve, gotta go. My kids. Oh, geez. Sorry about that, Steve. But you know what? Take care, and I hope they feel better, Steve. Have a good one. We'll see you again, okay, buddy? Bye-bye. Full Surf Fishing, how are you? I was going to say good morning, good afternoon. It's good to see you. Welcome. You know, anybody, you know what, that somebody doesn't know, check out, you know, their video. Leave them a message, and, you know, that way they can get back to you. But you never know who you're going to meet on here, you know, or anybody. It doesn't have to be this channel. It can be someone else's, too. If you're checking them out, drop them a message, because sometimes people are like, some people had me. I don't know who they were. But, you know, and if they leave a message, it's not negative or anything. It's just to let them know, you know, maybe you're interested in their channel, and that way they can check out to see if they have an interest in yours as well. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Steve, as well. I hope they feel better. I hope they do. That's not good when you have little ones that are under the weather. Jay, real slots, doggy, please. Oops. Ooh, jeez, I better stop. I'm gonna drop the coffee. Come here. Come here. Come here. Okay, just hold on 2 seconds. Come here, come here, come here. She's being lazy, okay? So she's going to take a second. Give me a second. Come here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come here. Come here. Come here. Get your butt up here. No, I'm not talking to any of you. I'm talking to the dog. Come here. Okay, she's not doing it today. She's not been feeling the best either the last hour, so I may just leave her if that's okay. I will get her up here tomorrow or the next day, okay? But I'll get her up here in the next day. I'm sorry about that. She was, I think she was going to be sick on the blanket she sleeps on. Not right now, but about an hour ago, so I'm actually going to leave her if that's okay. But I'll get her up here next time, I promise. Big Keg Moose. Oh, gosh. More of Batman. Oh gosh, thumbs up. Thanks for man, I'm gonna spit out there while I'm talking. Ulcer Fishing, thanks so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, it is good to see everybody. It's good to see Moose Scrapper. Hey Moose, guess what's coming? Is it I Got Moose or Moose on the Loose? Anyways, it should be either this week or next week. Was it Saturday or Sunday, Joe? When it comes, I'll wear it on here proud. I will wear it on here proud, my friend. Celestial Way. Hello, brother. Hey, Celestial Way. How are you? It's good to see you. Good to see you. Celestial Way saying hi to everybody. Oh, Jay Real Slats. I found my bestie. Oh, my gosh. Hey, J Real. I understand, and thanks so much. Agree with you 100%, J Real. Same way back at you, buddy. But I promise I'll bring up. The dog's name's Daisy. I'll bring Daisy up probably tomorrow. She just, honestly, just isn't feeling well. The dog food that she's been taking. PMDB Entertainment. Paul, how are you? Welcome. The dog food she's been eating, sometimes we change it up every once in a while. I don't know if it's agreed with her, so it is what it is. But I will, I promise, either tomorrow or the next day, bring her up. I just don't think she's feeling the best, that's all. Gil Skills, hey Bob, how are you? It's good to see you. As you can see, you know, as Steve has been jokingly saying, the addiction is real. I'm here again. But, I thought the half hour this morning was only going to be half an hour and ended up being, I think, 52 minutes. But it's good to see you again. You know what? I'm addicted to this, aren't I? I'm going crazy with this. Yeah. And Bob, Ivy Areno's here. She's saying hi to you. It's good to see everybody. It's great to see everybody. Yeah, Moose. It was, I think, Sunday. Yeah. No, it's a black. The black shirt says, I think it says "Got Moose" or "Moose Loose" or "Moose." I don't know. It's a black and white one. It's the. I don't know if it's not the classic tee. It's the other one. It's the. Is it the casual fitter one? But I love the logo on it. So I said to Joe, we're ordering other things at the time, and that's when. But yes, it should be here. I hope it's coming this week. I don't know exactly because it doesn't tell you. I think you probably have to go online and check, but they send out emails, but I don't know if they send one out to tell you when it's on its way. Let's see here. Oh, look at this. Creepo Freak. I like that name. First time on the show. Pretty cool. Creepo Freak, welcome, and thank you very much for dropping in. Much appreciated. Like I say, everybody check out each other. You know what? Creepo Freak. It's the first time here. You know what? If you check them out, leave a message so they know that you're there, so they can check your channel out as well. But anyways, Creepo Freak, welcome, okay? And thank you very much for taking the time to come. Much appreciated. I do appreciate it. Yes, skills. Oh, I like that, Moose. I like that. Sorry, I'm just reading. Willie, I'm saying sorry, but I do have a use for it, okay, buddy? I do have a use for it. Paul from PMDB Entertainment. It's good. I'm good, Jeff. How are you today? Good. Anyways, on Sunday night, Paul, PMDB Entertainment, we had the Jeff and Jojo show, which we do Sunday nights. Anyways, a good portion of that, guess what we did? What did we talk about, Joe? We talked about wrestling. And Joe, when we were talking about people, one of the fellas, Joseph Grohl, that comes on to the chat, he was going to, was it the Royal Rumble that night? Watching at one of the bars or something. Anyways, he said, I think I'm going to get the chance to meet Marty Jannetty. I'm pretty sure you're going to know who that is, Paul. But anyways, we talked about all the old-time wrestlers from years ago and all the stuff going on now. Not that I know much about what's going on now. But anyways, the next day, Joseph Grohl came in the chat. He said, guess what, Jeff? I got to meet Marty Jannetty. Anyways, Joe says, the first thing she says, my gosh, Paul would have loved this today. Anyways, we wanted to tell you about it. If we ever have one again that people are going to talk about, I'll send you a message, buddy. But everybody seemed to be having a good time. You know what? Just some people talking about some of the things from the past and stuff like that. But let's see here. It is good to see Paul. It's good to see everybody. It is. It really is. Cutting board. I went on a search for a snack, but I'm back. You know what? Thank you so much, Cutting Board. I appreciate it. But I hope you did get something. I hope you were able to grab something. To Sushi, I'm back. To Sushi, thanks so much. I appreciate it. Yes. Hey to all the new people that came in. Yes, To Sushi. And like To Sushi says, you know what? If there's someone you don't know, check out their channel and leave them a message. Say hi to them and let them know if you do like what they do with their channel and stuff. And you know what? They have the opportunity to come to your channel. Because sometimes, especially new people, you know what? Sometimes they're new and they don't know how it works. I'm not saying anybody here, but what I'm trying to say is if someone was not to know exactly how a lot of the lives work, if you're checking somebody out, if you let them know, you know, they could find out their new best friend or their new best interest, because there's so many, especially since I started this months ago now. You know, I didn't know I liked or even had any idea certain things existed. And you know, there's a ton of different things that I have interest in that I had no idea. It's like the drone channels. I'm not trying to specify anything specific, but you know, there's a ton of other ones out there. You have your scrapping, you have your aquarium channels, your music channels, everything out there. You know, I've seen drone stuff and that before, but I didn't know as much. I still don't know really anything about them, but watching them, you feel like you've learned something after. And you know what? I just love it. I can't get enough of some of that footage and that. It's brilliant. Oh, okay. Moose Scrapper Crap, back to work. Have a good stream, Jeff. Nice to see you. Yeah, good to see you too, Moose. Thanks very much for dropping in. Have a good one, buddy. Have a good one. Sleeping Artist ASMR. Hello, how is everybody? I hope everybody's doing good. You know what? You know, it's Tuesday afternoon. It's not bad for a Tuesday. Not bad. But welcome. I appreciate you for coming. I really do. Thanks so much. Yes, have a good day, Moose. Thanks, Joe. How's your day, sweetheart, Joe? JoJo's my wife, not your average JoJo is my wife, everybody. I should ask her how she's doing. You know, she's had a busy day. I know I talked to her a couple hours ago. I think it was on her lunch, or just ending on her lunch. But I hope your day's going well. J-Real Slots, I love it. Hey Gil, I got a 12-pack of cold Pepsi in my car. 0 degrees, how long before they blow up? Yeah, that's a good one. That is a good one. But at least one thing, J-Real Slots, they'll be nice and cold, won't they? To sushi. There are so many cool niches. I can't even pronounce it, but you're right. You are right. It's so funny because, you know, there's so many things. That's what I do like about this. It's a whole new world that I didn't even know really existed. You know, and I knew there was videos for this, but until I went to the lives, I didn't really know how a lot of things worked, and you know, it's been fun. It really has been. To sushi, exactly. That's what Joe and I said. I never knew about Funko Pop YouTubers. I never even knew what Funko Pops were. To sushi, to be honest. The only thing I knew about them is if I went to get a CD at the records, I guess what you call the record stores or whatever. I remember I'd be standing in line and at the front counter or wherever, you'd see these darn things in little boxes. I didn't know what they were, and there was millions of them everywhere. And then I met M's dad and stuff, and Alex Lopez and the Luchas and a lot of other nerdy treasures, a lot of the other Funko Pop people. And once you meet them, you know what? It's a hobby in that. So it's just like everybody else. Everybody that has a hobby in that, it's something they're interested in, and they're able to show us all on their channels and that. So it is quite interesting. It really is, and it's something I didn't know anything about until then. Paul says, I wish I was here for the Sunday stream. Oh my gosh, Paul, you and I had a blast. Everybody was talking about the Bushwhackers. They were talking about, I was talking about Tito Santana, meeting Tito Santana in about 1989 or 1990 in the Detroit airport. I met him at, literally it was 7 o'clock in the morning. I was taking an early flight. I was about, about 19 or 20 at the time. And my uncle was dropping me at the airport. I was flying into Raleigh-Durham, North Carolina. And so I had to take a flight really early, and I was sitting there. My uncle said, I'll just wait before you get on the flight. I said, perfect. So we went to get some orange juice and a coffee. So we're sitting there, and literally the two fellas, there's only 2 other people in the whole little coffee shop. And there's this big fella. He had sunglasses on, a big blue satin jacket with yellow trim. And it said, in big letter, WWF on the satin jacket. I thought, man, look at the size of that guy. There's no way he's a real wrestler. But I thought, you never know. And this little guy, like tiny little guy sitting, and he was like this the whole time, and he had long brown hair and sunglasses. And I thought, my gosh, that looks like Jimmy Hart, the Mouth of the South. You'll remember the two of them, Tito Santana. Tito, I looked at him, so I walked by, and then I noticed on the jacket it said Tito. I said, oh my gosh, unbelievable. So it's the two of them. So at the time, I liked wrestling a bit, but my younger brother, he loved it. So I said, are you Tito Santana? He goes, yes. That's all he says, yes. I said, oh, great. Is there any possible, I don't mean to bug you, can I get your autograph from my brother? He goes, yes. He said, do you have a pen? Walked back, got the pen. I didn't have any paper, so my uncle says, take the envelope. The tickets came in, so we took that. He goes like that, and he finishes signing his autograph. He goes, arriba, hands it to me, and goes back to drinking his coffee and orange juice. And then literally Jimmy Hart was the whole time that this was going on. But it was like he never went out of character when he did it. But Paul, I thought you'd like that story. To Sushi, Idiot of the Day's wife. Yes, To Sushi, not your average JoJo is my wife. She's at work, so she can come in here and there. She used to come in every day. She's in a couple times a week now, and sometimes she's here for 5 minutes. It could be her break or something, but she's not on as much as she like. And JoJo, she comes on live with me on Sunday nights. We do a Sunday night show for an hour and a half called the Jeff and JoJo Show. It just gets her on here to talk because she loves talking to people, but she's not able to be on every night or every day and that. She's tired, just like everybody, you know. She gets done work and she's got the family and stuff, so she's tired. So she just doesn't want to do everything every night, which that's understandable. But she loves getting on here. She really does. Laugh aloud. I still don't know what they are. Desmond's Daughters. Go to M's dad or Alex Lopez or Nerdy Treasures or any of those Desmond's Daughters, and you will find out in a second. Yes, M's dad is great. Nice one. He seems like a nice guy, Tito. Yes, I don't know if he's still in. I imagine he's still around, Paul, but I don't know as much about it as I used to. They're cute collectibles, exactly, Ivy. They are. J Real Slots. I've got an expensive hobby. Moderation is key. Yes. You know what? I like going and doing it, J Real Slots, but I can't afford to. I'll let you know. I wish I could, but I can't as much anymore. Now, I don't know in the States if they still do this, if they've changed, but here in Canada, if you go the slots now, instead of being able to get, remember how you pull down and you get the coins popping out when you won? They stopped doing that here a couple of years ago, and now when you win, a little piece of ticker tape comes out, and you get, on that piece of paper, it says that you won. So if you won whatever, 5, 10, 20, 50, $100, whatever it is, you take it up and you can cash it in or keep playing. Gives you like credits, that's all it is. But that's what they've changed it. But I wish they would go back to, you remember the old cups, you take the cup, you throw it in, and then you get so many coins. I love that. Do you remember Lance Storm? No, I don't, Willie, but you'll have to let me know who that is. AU Pac-Meal, hey John, how are you? That would have been it when he was in prime. Yes, he was. Hey Razzle, how are you? It's good to see you. Back. Great, Razzle, thank you so much for coming. So, John, are you ready for a couple months for the beginning of Game of Thrones? I'm getting so excited. I said to Joe, another month I'm going to have to start, maybe in the next couple weeks, I think I'm going to have to start into the return of Game of Thrones. Start from season 1 and go right to the end. Because, you know, a year or two in between these new series or new episodes, it's not that you forget, but you remember maybe the tail end, but you don't remember everything in between. PMDB Entertainment, he's one of the few that's still alive from that era. Oh yes, Paul, we're also talking about Jimmy Superfly Snuka, and we also talked about Roddy Piper. Someone was saying, did they both pass away, or did one of them pass away? Tabby Smith, how you doing, Tabby Smith? It's good to see you. Ivy says, I'll step out. Jeff and Jojo, have a great day, everybody. Stay warm. You too. You too, Ivy. Thanks so much for coming. Have a nice evening, okay? It's good to see you, my friend. My gosh, Marty, how are you? Down the Rabbit Hole Travel. Afternoon, Jeff. Everybody, check out Down the Rabbit Hole Travel. Marty from Down the Rabbit Hole Travel. I did catch your live last evening. I didn't catch the whole thing, but I did catch a little bit of it, Marty. Everybody, if you know Down the Rabbit Hole Travel, Marty from Down the Rabbit Hole Travel, check her channel. Last night on her live, she did like a promo of her channel, but on it, she used OBS, and you did a really nice job. I wish I could do as nice a job as you have done, Marty, but you've done a fantastic job with the OBS. It looks beautiful the way you've set it up. It's so much, thank you so much, Marty, for coming. I really appreciate it. If you're here for a second or however long you're here, but I really appreciate you for dropping in. J-Real Slots vouchers. Exactly. They may not do it where you are, but that's exactly what they've switched it up to. I mean, it makes sense completely. I'm just, I guess, not old school, but old school. I'm getting too old or something. I like seeing my... Oh, thanks, John. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. PMDB Entertainment. Lance Storm was the WCW and WWF wrestler from Canada. Oh, was he? Okay, I didn't know. Now, Paul, you know who we talked about? I talked about Kerry Von Erich, and I talked about Michael T. Hayes. Do you remember him? You may not, but Michael T. Hayes was from the Freebirds. Do you remember that? Was that NCW or something? Like I said, Dusty Rhodes and all those fellas from the olden days. I don't know much about him. My brother did, but I remember Kerry Von Erich and Michael T. Hayes. I think Michael T. Hayes becomes Doc Hendricks, the announcer for the wrestling. I only know this because my brother and all those guys, when they were going to university, they would keep me up. All four of us lived in a house together for about 3 or 4 years, and while they were going to university, and we'd start. For some reason, I had to be up. I worked in a lab at the time, and I literally would have to be up at 4 in the morning to get down to the lab. I worked about an hour and a half away, and I had to be there for 5:36 in the morning. So I'd be up at 4, and literally they wouldn't start watching the wrestling. I'd go to bed early to get up early, and these fellas on Monday night, they'd watch Raw, and they'd watch it from 11 to 1. And you know, the house was so loud back then, I couldn't do anything but stay up, and I started watching it with them. But J-Real Slots, I missed the coins. Certain casinos in Vegas still have the coins. That's awesome. That is awesome. Came with Connor. Hi, Jeff. Oh my gosh, it is! That's a great name. You know what? I think on Instagram, or was it Facebook or Instagram, that you put a picture up gaming with Connor. This must be a new channel, Ken. Hi, Jeff. This is Ken from JCTV. This is Connor's new gaming channel. Well, Ken, at some point today, I will go through and the channel for sure, Ken. I did not know that the channel was up and running yet. Everybody say hi to Ken. He has a channel called JCTV with his family, with his two boys and his wife. His two boys, Jonah and Connor TV, is JNC or JCTV. They have a great family channel. They do lives. They have videos, but they have a live that they put out on Wednesday evenings at it'd be 7 p.m. Pacific time, because it's 10 p.m. Yeah, it's 10 p.m. Eastern our time, but it's 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Pacific time on Wednesday nights. But it's great to see you, Ken. Thanks very much. Ken has a channel himself too called Dad's Den Review, but the new channel for his son, Gaming with Connor. So check it out. Ken, I will be checking it out, I promise. It's great to see you, Ken. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Down the Rabbit Hole, Travel Marty says, oh, thanks for coming. I was so nervous with the OBS launch. You did fantastic. I wish I could use it like that. Just I can't do the transitions, Marty. Our computer might just be a little too old, and the lockup when you try to transition between things, I can get it to work this way, but beyond that, I'm happy with this anyways. But I would like the way you have the the overlays and stuff in the background and stuff. That looks, I love the look of it. It just, with this older computer, we can't use it, but I do like the look of it. Yes, Joe, Ken's here, Gaming with Connor. Do you like the name? I love it. I think it sounds awesome. Oh, yes, no worries. I had to do a little bit of research on that, Marty, because it's hard to explain, but it takes a little bit. There's a code in that you have to do. You can go to a site, and you have to use like a certain kind of code to get it to have that colorization on that. It's just not right clicking, and it turns. I thought it was, but it's not. But yeah, any questions? No worries. I'll we'll try to answer. Joe may be a little bit better than I am with it, but definitely will answer anything. It's all. Oh, it is all Connor. Okay, that's awesome. He must be so excited about it. He must be excited. Paul says, I remember Michael Hayes. Yes, oh, I love the Freebirds in the day. I was younger at the time, but I would have been probably in my early 20s at the time. Yes, Joe says, awesome, Ken. I'll add him and get Ethan to add him as well. Yes, we'll all add him for sure. I can. We certainly will. And Ethan will be excited because Ethan, he has an Xbox. It might not be what Connor has, but he has an Xbox and he loves the gaming, Ken. Yes, Willie. Michael P.S. Hayes. I might have said T.S. or something, Ken, Willie. But Michael P.S. Hayes from the Freebirds. Or is it Doc Hendricks or something? I think that was it. Oh, good, Ken. That is amazing. So that will be awesome. That'll boost his. I mean, his confidence is great on the channel on JCTV, Ken. But that'll be great for him. It really will. You know what? I think it really is. That's awesome, Ken. That is so awesome. I'll definitely, for sure, after I will. I promise, Ken. I will. And Ethan will love it. He will love that. He will love that. Yes, Paul. You know what? Literally, I'm 5.5 years older than my brother and his buddies. But you know what? This was, I think I was about 25 or something, and they were like 20 years old at the time. But you know, I was still young. But we had a great time over those years. Ken, they so are. You know what? Sometimes it boosts their confidence and stuff. It really is a good thing for them, and that it really is. Our son, we feel that, you know what? It's funny sometimes. He, over the last few years, he's built up his confidence with things. A few years ago, we would have said he was the quietest little boy, and now he's come out of his shell. So it's definitely it'll be a really good thing for him, Ken. It really will. Oh, good, Joe. You dropped the link. Good. Joe, are you able to drop the other link too, JCTV and also Gaming with Connor? I know it's in the chat, but if you could drop that too, Joe, that would be awesome. True North Angler, hey Adrian, how are you? It's good to see you. Oh, and good, Jojo dropped JCTV's link, Dad's Den Reviews. Good. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate it. Oh no, Marty, I like it the way, since I can't do the other way. I set it up as well as I could because, as you can see, we live in a townhouse. As you can see, the backdrop is the kitchen here. No, the kitchen here and the living room there or there. Sorry, I'm so messed up when I do that. But what I would like is I would have loved to have like something like a green screen just to take all that out and just have myself with something in the background. But it just isn't capable to do it with this computer. So that's why I put the chat on the side there and up there and subscribe there or whatever, and the stuff up there. Sorry. Desmond's Donders, I'm back. Good to have you back, Dave. KFC, Jeff, KFC. Oh, yes. Yes. I wasn't, Joe, I just, yeah, it's not, well, it's Toonie Tuesday. Is that what you're trying to tell me, Joe? Oh, yes. No, definitely, Marty. No worries. I definitely not a worry. Thanks, Keg. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Joe maybe be able to answer it better. I know he has an Xbox, but beyond that, I'm not. I don't know much about gaming myself, but Joe might be able to answer it for you. Willie Parker, YouTube has a lot of old school wrestling videos. I imagine they do. Willie, the DDT on the like button. Oh, that's funny, Willie. That is funny. J Real Slots. I remember AWA wrestling. Von Erichs, yes, Kerry Von Erich. J Real Slots. That's who I remember. I think he's passed on, hasn't he? Kerry Von Erich. I'm sure he has. But do you remember Dusty Rhodes and all those guys? That was a whole different world. And do you remember when Sting was Sting? Not before all this, whatever. Do you remember Sting in back in the day when he still had like spiky blonde hair and stuff? But that's still the same fella that played Sting, right? That's not a new one that they brought in. Remember, like, you know how they had not the Undertaker, but the other fella? Listen to me talk about wrestling. I know nothing about it. I can shoot a few names out there, but beyond that, I know nothing about it. Desmond Saunders. Oh my gosh. Yes, I understand where you're coming from. Gosh, I don't want to offend anybody, so I will chuckle. How's that, Dave? I will chuckle. Yes, Ken. What happened was a few years ago, Joe had points through. We have this pharmacy, like drugstore here in Canada. It's called Shoppers Drug Mart. It's just a brand. You have probably a million of them in the United States, but here our big one is Shoppers Drug Mart. Anyways, when you buy things, they have point cards. So you go in, whenever you buy something, you tap the card, it gives you points. So over the last 15, 20 years, Joe has collected points. And then there was a day a couple of years ago where they have a special one Saturday a few times a year, and happened to be the drugstore actually sold Xboxes, and so pretty much she was able to go in and get it pretty much for half the price using her points. So it was fantastic. She used the points to get him the Xbox, and he's loved it. It was something, and the funny thing is, the kid plays what do you call it, Fortnite, and he plays it like religiously. He loves the game. And it's funny, that game, you don't, I guess you don't have to buy it. Maybe you do, I don't know. But at the time, he didn't have to purchase Fortnite. But everything else you do, anybody who plays the games, Fortnite is something. They love updates every, 60 or 90 days. So you're paying for that and all your, is it skins or whatever it is. But yeah, that must be how they make their money, because I think they make a killing from all that. It's crazy. Willie Parker says, yeah, I remember Sting. Oh, good. Be right back. Coffee time. Okay. Hopefully I haven't dropped out. I'm just curious if the stream hasn't dropped out. Hopefully not. I hope not. Good. It has not. Yeah, same Sting. I thought so, but honestly, sometimes they do like to do switch-ups on characters and stuff in these different sporting events. So you never know. I mean, I still love thinking about when I was a teenager when Hulk Hogan was around. Unfortunately, like I said, I don't know much about wrestling. The only thing I remember, I liked him, and I liked the guy that was like the steroid guy that would freak out when he came on camera. I think that fella's passed away. what was his name? The Ultimate Warrior. I think he come out and he looked like a roid user or something. His arms on him were like the size of. I'm not trying to be rude to anybody, but his arms were like and he was so spun out. It was he had to be on something. But I think that man may have passed away, and I'm sure it's from whatever he was taking over the years and stuff. But it was good entertainment. It's good for a laugh. I mean, hopefully most people know that it's not real, but it's definitely some good entertainment. You get a good laugh. I mean, from what's the bald guy name with the goatee? Stone Cold Steve Austin. I liked him, and I mean Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, whatever his name was before. But I love when he puts the eye up and stuff like that. It's great humor in that. Everybody else is probably like, "What the heck are they talking about?" But just got talking about a little bit of wrestling, and I get a good laugh when I stop and think about it. I mean, I'm a little late 40s, so I don't watch it at this point in my life, but I did love it when I did like it when I was younger. Listen to me, I talked a good language, eh? Walker fam, hi, how are you, Walker fam? It's great to see you. IRAZ Target got a good point system. I imagine they do. You know what, IRAZ? A few years ago, we had Target come to Canada, and we had a company called the Bay, Hudson Bay. They brought them into Canada to take over a few other businesses. So they opened up. They didn't do research when they came to Canada. It wasn't researched well at all. They came in, and the deals that they have in the United States. Well, they have great deals when you're there. So if I was there, if I was to shop Walmart, Target, Myers, whatever, when we go over to Michigan, great deals. But they didn't do that when they came here. They didn't set out their marketing scheme very well, and they came in. Even when they opened, they didn't. There was no deals. It was cheaper to go down to whatever store and buy it. Even from the get-go, they didn't push it out properly. I think they were less than a year. Within a year, they were closed and they headed back to the United States. It was a horrible thing here in Canada. It didn't work, but it works there. It works perfectly, and it's a great store. Just for some reason, they should have looked at the market. The market was different, and unfortunately, it wasn't set out properly, and it didn't have the mass appeal that it does. But yes, they do have a great points in the United States and stuff. But it is a good company. Just how certain things don't work certain places. It didn't work here, unfortunately, which is too bad. Aloha, Desmond. Oh, I love that. I love when you say that. That's awesome. May Labata. Hey, May. How are you? It's good to see you. Oh, yes, J Real Slots. I stopped watching Owen. Yes, that's too bad. It really is. But, I mean, that definitely was unfortunately definitely an unfortunate thing that happened in that. It definitely was. Just ate. Hey, Judy Ann or Louise. It's great to see you. Thank you very much. I appreciate you coming. I really do. Thank you very much. Walker fam saying, how's everybody? Well, I hope everybody's doing well. It's a pretty good Tuesday. I've been super happy with Tuesday. I started off the morning. The last 2 days, I'll tell you, been going live like I do Monday to Friday, 2 p.m. That's not going to change. But yesterday, I started a coffee stream in the morning. I did a half-hour coffee stream yesterday morning because my daughter's finishing her exams. She had one yesterday, today. Tomorrow's her last one. So what I've done is I went pretty much to the coffee shop across the street from my daughter's school, and I was there an hour before her exam was done at 9:30. She was done at 10:30. Literally, I went to the Tim Hortons, bought my coffee and a donut. I turned the Wi-Fi on, went live yesterday for half an hour. Well, I thought it was going to be half an hour today. Ended up being 52 minutes, just about an hour. It's like, I thought it was just a little after 10. Somebody says it's about 20 after 10. I said, yikes, I better get this closed up. Next thing I knew, it was just a few minutes to 10:30. I literally closed up, went to the school, and 5 minutes later, she was done school, so it was perfect. I said to anybody, I'm going to go live one more time tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm going to try to stick with just half an hour. But then the quick, as I call them, coffee time will end. It was just for the last couple of days because I've literally been sitting down at the school waiting for her to be done. But tomorrow, she's finally done exams. But I told her, make sure she's dressed warm in the morning. Overnight, it's going down to minus 35 here, which means you have a 5-minute limit outside. What's it called? Health Canada and everything sending warnings out today. No more than 5 minutes out. Exposed skin, anything beyond 5 minutes is it's capable to have frostbite and stuff. So I don't know anybody that's either lived in Canada or any colder weather area will know exactly what frostbite is. But you don't want frostbite. Pretty much whatever it's exposed is gone if that happens. So yeah, tomorrow it's going to be a cold, cold morning. Let's see here. G-Real Slots. When was your first upload, Jeff? I'll tell you. August 1st of 2018. So what's that? September, October, November, December, January. Coming on a couple days, 6 months. I guess 6 months on Friday. So it'll be my 6 months anniversary on YouTube. I tell you, J-Real Slots, when I first started, August 1st, I had, I think, one or two. I had my kids and my wife and stuff, or so a few. And then by the end of August, I had 33 people with the channel, and I was so happy. I was like, oh my gosh, can you believe 33 people? It's like a small little community. My wife goes, oh yeah, literally it was our friends and family and people we worked with or did work with. So that's what it was. And then, you know, it just changed and stuff, and you never know where it's going to go. But yeah, just since August and stuff. But I'll tell you, the first ones when I went live, literally I didn't know what I was doing. I would go on for 5 to 6, 7, 8 minutes at a time, and then I think I went on to like 30 minutes and then to an hour. But the first one that I went, I think I did the first videos, I was like 7, 8 minutes, 5 minutes, and that was to me even too long. But the first live I did 27 or 28 minutes, and I had the counter and I had it on. I sat there and watched every second go by. All I could think about was, when is this going to be over? Second one, I started feeling a little bit better, went up to an hour, had a little bit of the same feeling, and by the end of the week I quit looking, and before I knew it, the hour seemed like it was 5 seconds later. I literally felt like I turned it on, and then it's like, I gotta get going. I was turning it off, and here we are a few months later. You know what? Knowing people that out snowmobiling, even people that you know, know better. You know, if you get to minus 35, minus 40 and higher, you know, you can be snowmobiling. All you have to do is not have your glove on for 5 or 10 minutes, and you know what? You may not even feel it till you get in, and then all of a sudden, you know, change the color to like a brown, purple, different color of the skin, and it doesn't never come back. And the only thing that can happen is to get it removed, unfortunately. So definitely, yeah, frostbite is way too dangerous, especially kids that don't have any idea that, you know, they think, well, it's not that cold, but it isn't that cold, because it's so cold it doesn't feel that way anymore, and that's when you know it's you're in big trouble. J-Real Slots, don't shave, you'll be fine. Oh gosh. J-Real Slots, I have to shave. I think I will have to shave. J-Real Slots, yes. And I'll tell you, honestly, had I not met a woman named Susan, she has a channel called Susan's Creative. I met the woman, she's from another Canadian, but I met her, and the first day I talked to her, I saw one of her videos, and I liked her video. I sent a message, I said, what a great video. I said, I don't know much about this, but it was nice watching this, and whatever. Next thing you knew, we talked back and forth through not the chat, but just from sending messages. I think it was for about an hour. She sent me a message, I sent a message, and we got talking. At the end, she says, I have just one thing to tell you. She said, it'll be the best advice since you're new to this. I advise you, go to this person either tomorrow or the next day, whenever you have free time. Watch a few minutes. It was a man named Michael Fire Jr. He has a channel, and then he has a new one that he's set up in this last few months for lives. But Michael Fire Jr. is where I started. I went to his channel, to his lives every day, and got to know a lot of people. I met Desmond Donders here. I'm sure there's other people in the chat, but top of my head, the one that I remember right from the get-go is Desmond Donders, and I met him through Michael Fire Jr. And then you know what, I would see him in other chats and other people in other chats. You just start seeing other people in the different lives that you go to, and you know what, you might have an interest in theirs. Then you find out they have a live, and you start watching, and vice versa. And then there's ones that you watch all the time, and so on. But after that, you meet people from here, and they meet you, and they meet new friends, and that's how it went. And that's literally the only advice A lot of people would ask even at the beginning, how do you do this? I'm like, I have no answer. The only answer I have is I just went and talked to people. And literally, that's the only thing you can do is talk to people. Because saying to somebody, sub me, do this, grab me, do whatever, that's all fine and good, but in the long run, it doesn't, I mean, you can't watch everything. There's no way everybody can say we watch everything, but that's a lie when it comes right down to it. We can watch what we can. I mean, if there's a certain amount of people, you could watch everything, yes. But everybody, there's no possible way to watch everybody's stuff. That's physically impossible. There's not enough time in the day or the rest of your life to do that. But I try, if I do, when I do watch, like I say, it's not always every single video for somebody. And I'm not trying to put anybody, and the same can be done for myself. I understand. What I do is I just literally, I'll watch one. And so the next one, unfortunately, since there are a lot of people that I try to watch, I can't watch maybe the next one for that person. So I'll watch that person then that day, and then so on. So it might be like 2 or 3 videos before I get back to that person. And it's like a cycle. But at least I get to watch it. But sometimes I get a little bit more time, then I can watch some other stuff. But I'm sure that's how a lot of people are. I'm not saying that's the only way to do it. That's just the way I've... anyways. But that's how I've... that's our channel. Yes, Joe, thanks very much. Not Your Average Jojo dropped in Susan's link. Susan's creative. Wonderful woman. She's the creative woman. She does like arts and crafts and has a lot of different things. I told her over the last little bit. Coffee. Exactly, Keg. I said to Susan the last little bit, you know what, you should put like an online course for everybody, because I'm sure there's a lot of people who want to learn how to make this, that. I said I'm sure people would sign up, because she does such a nice job. There's other channels out there, but I definitely talk about her. She's right from the beginning with me, and she has a great channel, so that's why I bring her name up. But she's also the woman that without her, I wouldn't have met anyone. I wouldn't have met each and every one of you, like absolutely ever, because I wouldn't have known any of this existed. Maybe over time, but it would have taken a long time to know that. Yes, J Real Sluts, awesome. We're all family. Exactly, J Real Sluts. You're 100% right on that. Oh, look at that, Joe. Joe says, if we can, Susan's 4 away from 1K. Could we help her out, please? I certainly say we could. Joe put in the link. Check out Susan's Creative. Susan Creative is about 4 people away from 1K. I'm not trying to say just go over and add her. If you like what she does, then you know what, make her a member of whatever. But if you like what she does, and I like her, doesn't mean everybody else will, but if you like her, definitely check her out, and that way she'll also know that you've been there too. But yes, if she's 4 away, definitely, Joe, definitely. Yeah, Walker fam, chat to people, they will help you. Exactly, Walker fam, exactly. It's the only way. You know, we can all say, oh, you know, I think, oh, I got this great channel. It's fine, but there's millions of people out there, and they all have great channels too. So by talking to people, it all makes the world go around. That's, I guess, the easiest way to. But Walker fam says, yeah, chat to people. That definitely will help. Exactly. And Julianne, you're right. It's impossible to watch. I know it's hard. It is. And you know what? You try, and I can say, oh yeah, but I don't. There's no possible way you can't. Oh, good, Keg. Susan needs 3 for 1,000. Let's get her. Thanks, Keg. I appreciate Joe, Keg, everybody, Desmond's Donders. Just 8. Thanks so much. Preacher and Gov Blue Whale still on live. Yes, I have about 7 minutes. It's 3:18. 6 minutes now. 3:25 is my cutoff, because then I have to go pick my son up. Yes, Big Keg says only 3 away. People check the link. Yes, 2 more. Oh my gosh, now 2. Come on, guys. It'd be amazing if we get her 1K. Exactly. She's a super. And you know what? If you want the nicest, like there's a lot of nice women. Don't get me wrong. But if you want one of the nicest, Keg can attest to this, I'm sure. Desmond's Donders can. I can. Joe can. She's one of the nicest ladies you'll ever meet. She's one of the most honest, down-to-earth women you'll ever meet. She's a super nice lady. And anyways, I can't say enough about her. Without her, I wouldn't have met all of you. And she's a super nice lady. Let's see. Not Your Average Joe. 1 more. She's the best at crafts. She certainly is. Just 1 more. Oh, good. J. Slut. She's at 1K. Congratulations. Woohoo! Good. I'm glad. She never needs to know this. All she needs to know is that she hit 1K. That's awesome. Good. Walker fam. Yay. She hit 1. Oh, good. 1,001. Good. Just 8. Judy or Louise. Thank you. Big Keg. That's awesome. I'm so happy for it. She's such a nice lady, you know. And once you get to know her, you'll be like, and it doesn't take long. Within the first 5 minutes, you can tell. You know when you can tell an honest person that they're not putting it on? Anyways, that's Susan, and she's a super nice lady, very nice lady. And you know what? She does go live. She goes live Friday nights, right, Joe? We've watched her Friday nights, and you know what? She's had her daughter on with her, and my gosh, she'll sit not every night, but some nights, but once in a while, she'll have a glass of wine. When Susan has a glass of wine when she does her show on Friday night, it's the funniest thing ever. Anyway, she got on there, and I think she'd had a glass or two, and she sang with her daughter, and she sang, I wasn't expecting, she started singing country tunes, and like old-time country, the kind that Joe says she loved when she was growing up with her family. Just fantastic, and she does a good job. She really does. You guys are so awesome. Thank you. We can use a couple more just to pay the taxes. Joe, you're funny. Oh, God, yes. Razzle, great job, guys. Exactly. Numbers are great, but they have to watch. Exactly. Walker fam. Exactly. Modern Day Tech. Hey, Eric, how are you, buddy? It's good to see you. Hi, everybody. Can't stay. Just want to say hi and drop a like. No worries. Modern Day Tech. Guess who was on here earlier, Eric? Ken from JCTV or Dad's Dinner Review. He came on under his son's channel, Gaming with Connor, right, Joe? So Ken came on with Game with Connor channel. It's a new channel for his son Connor. So I thought that was great. It was good to see him in that. Yeah, see you soon, Razzle. Great job, guys. Thanks, Keg. Thanks, everybody. Thank you so much, everybody. Razzle, bye, Jeff and Joe. You take care. It's great to have you here. That's exciting. It sure is, Walker fam. It sure is. Michael Murphy. Oh my gosh, Michael Murphy. How you doing, buddy? Hello, Jeff. How are you today? Good. Michael Murphy. Now, isn't the Min Dad hilarious? Is not your ASMR guy? Absolutely hilarious, right? It's good to see you, Michael Murphy. Thank you very much for coming. I'm on for about 3 more minutes, everybody. Then you know the magic time. 3:25 means I'm out of here. I got to pick Ethan up. Just Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Are you on Judy Ann or Lewis at Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern? Or is that Susan? I don't know. It's great to have you here. Yes, Joe says, thanks, guys. Honestly, if it wasn't for, we wouldn't be in the chat today, I don't think. No, we wouldn't, Joe. There's absolutely no, I wouldn't have a channel here. I'd have a channel. It just would be, it'd be me talking to my friends and stuff like that and family. And I'll tell you, my friends and family, after a while, I think at the beginning, I'll tell you when I first, quick update, when I first started, what I did, it was every time I put a video out, I would send my cousins and my friends a link on Facebook. And at the first, they loved it. But then, you know, sometimes family members don't always want to watch it. They're not interested in things. So after about the 4th video, I think they'd had enough. They didn't start saying, but I knew they would quit talking about it. They didn't want to hear about it anymore. So luckily I met somebody else. Otherwise, yeah, my channel would have went right down the tubes within about 3 weeks. But yeah. And I got quiet here. I'm just reading. Walker fam, be right back. Walker fam, you know what? I'm going to say take care and thank you very much. The reason I say that, within about 2 minutes, I have to go. I have to go pick up my son. But thank you so much, Walker fam, for coming. I appreciate it. I hope you have a great night, and I really appreciate you for coming. Oh my God, he was awesome. Yes, Michael Murphy, he was hilarious. When he took his son's shoe and put it on the microphone, the noise that was coming out of that was absolutely hilarious. If anybody gets a chance, if anybody's watched the Min Dad, he has a second channel called Not Your Average ASMR Guy, I think, or Not Your Average ASMR. Is it Not Your Average ASMR Guy or Not Your Average ASMR? I can't remember exactly, but if you check it out, if you just go to the Min Dad and check out his channel, you would find Not Your Average ASMR Guy, or I think it is. Anyways, from that you would you get a laugh and a half. Okay, I'm back, Walker family. I love it. Oh my gosh, years of turd hunting gone wrong. Hey, bud, I love that name. That is fantastic. R-Series, hello, how are you? Oh, Big Keg, I love it. And easy on the eyes. Keg, I love it. Yes, years of turd hunting gone wrong. Have a good one. You too. Thanks so much. Mike and Jojo just dropped in Michael Fire Jr.'s link. He's the gentleman that Susan sent me to. And without him, I wouldn't have known any lives, and I wouldn't have met people through him. So for Michael Fire Jr., that's his link, and he's a super nice guy, and he knows a lot about YouTube. He's very technical, and he knows a lot about how to make your channel, this, that, what to do. There's a lot of information from him, like a ton of information. And I would say Desmond Donders could agree 100%. Oh, yes, okay, so Joe just said it. The channel's Not Your Average ASMR. Very funny. Michael Murphy can attest to that, I'm sure. Oh, It's JNC. Years of turd hunting gone wrong. That's right. Is JNC. That's right. That's awesome. That is awesome. Guys, I'm not trying to go, but I do have to go. It looks like the magic time has come, 3:25, and I'm now going to push it over in a second. Yes, have a great day. JRealSlot2 Buzza says, hooroo! Yes, that's right, Buzza. Big cake. Hey, take care, everybody. I want to say I bid you do, but I want to say thanks so much for everybody dropping in. Today was a great Tuesday. You know, Monday and Tuesday, fantastic. Like I said, Tuesdays, I'm just calling them Tube Tuesday. Everyone will be, this was the second episode. Next week will be episode 3. But who does ASMR Walk Fam? If you've ever seen the Min Dad, the Min Dad has a second channel, and he's the one that does Not Your Average ASMR. It's pretty funny if you like that. Anyways, have a good one, everybody. I have to run because I got to go pick my son up. Thanks again for everything. I'll be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. Exactly. Yes, have a great day, everybody. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.